Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I want to thank everyone for the support. We are now at 500 subscribers on Hedgeline Trading. We're actually at 508, but thank you all for the support. And right now, I'm going to give you guys another update on the markets, see what's going on. We're going to be evaluating our count here on Elliott Wave, and we're going to be looking at our targets. So right now, pretty lackluster day in the SPY, not too much happening. We have the PCE data coming up, so that's probably why nothing's really moving. So tomorrow at 8:30 a.m., the core PCE data is going to be coming out. The market's going to be reacting to that. Again, that's probably the Fed's favorite tool to measure inflation. It is forecasted to come out hotter than higher from the previous month at 0.2, and this month, the month of January should now be at 0.4. So again, that should be not too good, but they said it should be a one-off month, but we'll see how the market reacts to that. And we got unemployment claims and bunch of other Fed members speaking, stuff like that. But overall, I think that we are probably going to be due for a bit of a retrace, in my opinion. We'd be looking probably for an ABC pattern or three-wave move towards the downside. It could be a crash correction, which means that we dip, very quickly towards the downside, like so, and then we get a very hard reversal from there. Again, this would be about let's take a look here, a 5% move towards the downside, which is pretty significant on an index. And I'm not saying that we're going to get this 100%, but this is what I'll be looking out for. However, we cannot deny that we are in a very strong uptrend here. People are very euphoric on the economy. Everything's fine. We're going back. It's the going back to normal phase, right? When we look at market cipher, we are getting some red dot confirmations here that we may get a pullback tomorrow. So we confirmed with a red dot on the SPY. The weekly time frame is starting to roll over here. We could print a red dot if we have a down day tomorrow. And if we confirm the weekly red dot, maybe we'll have even more downside coming in the coming months and weeks, right? So as the Fed ends its lending program, but we'll see once we get there. When we take a look at wave edge, we've been getting a significant amount of selling from the whales, not only on the SPY, but the futures. Owenda, you can see that they are starting to take a significant amount of profit. Same thing on the NASDAQ, same thing on the Dow Jones, and again, the same thing on the futures and the ETFs as well. So again, that's why I'll probably be looking for some downside in the coming weeks. And I'm not saying we're going to crash 50-30%. I'm just looking for a bit of a retrace in the market, and that'll be probably fueled by a rotation in the market from big cap tech into probably energy stocks or something like that, and maybe they will flow into the IWM, which we've been tracking. And the IWM today had a bit of a down day as well, down 82 basis points. But for the IWM, I'm actually looking for a bigger move down towards this area here at 192. However, if we do not get that and the wave 2 is in, and let's say it's a very messed up wave 2, I'd have to find it here, but I for the time being, I don't really see it. It would mean that this low is not going to come in, and we're going to take off in a 3 of 3 moment right away, and this is going to finish the whole move. But we'll see once we get there. I'm not saying that we're going to go up right away and just pump like crazy, although the IWM can do that sometimes. All right, so this one is very interest rate sensitive as well. So the PCE data is going to have a big impact on the IWM tomorrow. Let's take a look at some individual names. So we'll start off with Amara, because this one just had earnings and the after hours. It was down about 12%, although it was aided, kind of pumped back up along with all the other crypto mining stocks as Bitcoin, continues to rally in the after hours here. It was up to 61,000 or 62,400. Now it's back down to 61,000. For this one, I'm actually looking for the count to potentially be already finished. When we take a look at the smaller time frames, we can clearly make up 5 waves here. even with this top on the RSI. So to me, this looks like it could be very well finished, and we may not even achieve the target that I was looking at. This can truncate. It's a very volatile asset. I mean, it's trading with Bitcoin, right? And if Bitcoin decides to take a very huge dump tomorrow, then you're going to see this come down a significant amount as well. More, in fact, if they did not do good on earnings. So it looks like they beat on both metrics. But if guidance is bad, then which it looks like it was because it was down 12%, then this could be finishing up a larger cycle high, and we could be getting ready for months of downside, at which point I will have a larger pattern and a larger target for you guys. But for now, I just have it set between $18 to $10. It's a very big range, but again, this is a very big cycle, and then we're going to be looking for a larger target around this area if this does happen. Okay. All right, and again, looks like we had a very nice peak here on wave 3, and now we're finishing up in a 5th wave with divergence. So this can end at any moment, and in my opinion, I think this should end at any moment. Okay, so that's Mara for you. Let's take a look at some other individual names. A lot of people put in some requests in the comments, so I'll take a look at those right now. Again, put in your stock in the comment if you want me to take a look at it. PYPL, so PayPal is actually, in my opinion, it looks like we are back in a B wave here on a larger wave 2. This whole thing was possibly a wave 1, although it's not that impulsive in my opinion. But still, that's what we have for now. And if we are coming back down in an ABC fashion, then we should come back down to this area between 55 to 49. Right? If we get into this area, we should start to impulse out of it after a few weeks of consolidation, or maybe we can bounce out of it immediately. Although we'll see. We'll see once we get there. If this is the B wave top, which by the way we retested the trend line once more and got rejected from it, then we can form a more accurate target. At which point I can give it to you guys right here, right now. We'll just form it from there. And if we drag it down to here, it would mean that we would have a much deeper target, which would bring us between this area here. Let me just illustrate it for you guys. Between with the 100% retrace all the way down to the 1.618, and that's between 41 and 48. And that's a very deep pullback. It would actually even make a lower low, which would extend the 5th wave. So that's why I don't really like this play. I think this area that I already have outlined should hold, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Anyways, let's take a look at Hood. Someone asked for Hood as well. So Robinhood. And Robinhood, I just did this very quickly, and it looks like it's finishing up a 3rd wave here, which means you should pull back in a 4th wave. All this chop here, you know, you can't really make, I guess you could make this a wave 1 and this your wave 2, and then you're going to do this into a wave 3. If that's the case, you know, your wave 3 needs to push higher than this peak here. And if this is your wave 3, you know, you can't make this your wave 4, because then it would invalidate the wave 1. So this is why I have the cycle starting here. And when we go from here, if we're going to get a retrace, then you're just going to get an ABC retrace here, but it should not go too deep. It should be a very shallow wave 4, as you don't want to cross back below the wave 1. And then you'll finish up in another higher high, right? Which means the IWM with Robinhood and all the smaller cap stock should run, and you should see big cap tech start to pull back. You should start to see that rotation. Okay. Let's take a look at the some other individual names. So Nvidia. So we'll take a look at Nvidia here, and we'll take a look at Unity Software after. So Nvidia is chopping sideways. To me, it looks like it's trying to finish up a very small 5th wave. It could be getting ready for an ABC pattern, a retrace. And again, I know this looks like a big move, like 25% is actually pretty significant. But again, the upside that could come afterwards may be even more bullish. But again, it doesn't even have to push that high. You know, we could very well truncate and finish the whole cycle earlier. And then maybe this is going to end up earlier. We're not going to get this 5th wave, And from there, you know, maybe everything starts to roll over, because we are looking for a very big cycle top right now in the SPY. I have the SPY danger area between 512 and 544. The triple Qs is a little bit higher in my opinion, but I think that if once we get this retrace, it could very well truncate and we may not get this, and I have to recalculate my target here. And from there, you know, we'll go from there once that happens. Okay, that's basically it. Let me continue here and we'll take a look at Apple. Oh, sorry, I wanted to do Unity Software. So Unity Software managed to actually hold up after its earnings. You know, in the after hours, it was down. It was down to like 26, 25. I don't know what it was. It was down a significant amount. But overall, you know, it's still holding within the larger buy area. And in my opinion, it could be ready to take off now. I think it could be ready to take off at any moment in a wave one. If this buy level fails, then you stop out and you look for a better opportunity in the market, and you don't want to hold your losers. And again, this is a very similar pattern to PayPal. It's, you know, it's chopping around, it's destroying traders. You know, the long-term holders could be giving up, or you know, the smart money could be accumulating. So that's why you want to take a look at Wave Edge, and you see when big money's buying, and you can see big money was buying here before this rally. Pump happened, and then the dump at the top, and then, you know, you get a very big sell-off afterwards. Okay. Let's take a look at some more individual names. One that we cover often is Roku and Starbucks. So we'll take a look at Roku. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong chart. This is a Wave Edge. We already have Roku mapped out here. So Roku perking up here nicely today. You know, I flat on the day. I say nicely today because it wasn't down 4%. So, you know, it was a good day for Roku. It survived another day. But to me, I think Roku needs a wave 4. It needs a wave 4. A bit of a retrace, a bounce up, you know, you need some good news, and then it'll make maybe one more low. You'll have a nice divergence form on the daily, and then you'll be ready to take off. But it could also, you know, already be done. Maybe this is the wave 4, but I would like a bigger retrace in the wave 4 given the massive move that we just got. And then, you know, we can form a potential cycle low and then start to take off from there. But again, if we take out this trend, this upsloping trend line, then I would stop out of the trade, and I would look for a better opportunity. Let's take a look at Starbucks. Let's see what Starbucks did today. I'm very hungry. I want to go eat dinner. Starbucks looks like it broke the downsloping trend line here. Let me see if it took out the pivot on the smaller time frames. So you had an upsloping trend line, and I said if it would break this, maybe it would lead to a significant amount of more downside. But it looks, let me just see, it looks like it held the wave 2 for now. If you go any lower, in my opinion, I think you would invalidate the Elliott wave setup that we have here, and it would mean that you're not gonna get this pump, right? You're not gonna get this pump, and this could end. This could end in a very bad way. So we'll see once we get there, but right now the RSI seems to be bottomed out on the 45-minute. And I mean, wave 2s, I said, do like to do deep pullbacks. Maybe it's faking everyone out from this upsloping trend line, and you're just going to pump from here on out. But we'll see once we get the data tomorrow. Again, in my opinion, it's not a great look right now, but we'll see. Let me cover maybe one more stock here. I think I covered a lot. Let me just scroll through the comments on my previous videos. Someone asked for SQQ. So SQQ is basically the triple Qs, but inverse by 3 times leverage. You could look at the TQQQ. It's a very similar thing. And what I like to do with these is I like to look at the TQQQ to see where if big money is selling the triple Q leverage ETFs, which they are. They seem to be unloading here on the way up. Right? It doesn't mean that we're going to get a 100% guaranteed top in the market, but it means that we're due for a reversal, right? You're getting some red crosses on the 4-day. Even the weekly, you have 2 red crosses in a row. So again, this tells me that we could very well have a a bigger move towards the downside coming in maybe in March. And then at that point, you know, you'd be done. You'd be done for quite a bit of time before it can perk back up and attempt to make another all-time high. But we have a lot of problems in the economy, lots of fundamental problems. You know, it's really not that bullish like people think. So yeah, that's what I see for the market right now. You know, triple Qs on Wave Edge have already confirmed a red dot, and Market Cipher have already confirmed a red dot, but we'll see. We'll see once we get there. Bitcoin's very bullish right now. Everyone's FOMOing in, and yeah. Anyways, thanks for the support, guys. We are at 508 subscribers. If you enjoy the videos and you are looking, you know, to support me, just leave a like and subscribe. That's it. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Peace.